intrigued to see if this is like tougher than last week.
What a quiz.
Yeah, last week felt like it did feel like a bit. If I was doing this, I'd be struggling.
Oh, you thought it was too tough?
Yeah, it was tough. Well, definitely more challenging than like the first couple of weeks then.
Yeah. Okay. I think this one's a bit easier.
Oh, we're going to meet you. Yeah. Hello there, everyone. We're back for the fourth live quiz.
Yeah.
And
cheers. Yeah. Great wine ready.
Yeah, I hope you will get your booze ready too. Yeah, I think this is a good one because last week was a few people said it was quite tough, which is good. But I've been really busy this week, and you kind of did the quiz mostly yourself. And there's one or two questions that, saucy Tinker thing. When I was looking through the questions before we did this, I thought,
they're all quite easy, but there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes. We've for people that don't, we've been playing a lot of Streets of Rage 4 the last couple of days.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, really good.
Addicted. I think it's brilliant.
The difficulty level is really tasty because it kind of rewards replays as opposed to it just being like you play through it and that's it.
Yeah.
There seems to be like a lot going on, a lot of secrets that we haven't seen yet at all.
Yes.
The Wilderness Spirit, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Well, it's pretty much evening
yet.
And then the City Nights quiz. Then the City Nights obviously a mainstay, does really well.
Yeah.
I think you should just start giving other people a chance, Dave.
Awesome.
Actually, he's very kindly sending us is it Azura's Wrath? Azura's Wrath on the PS3, but I mentioned it on. I don't know. Which, I read your review and that looks just ridiculous. Absolutely wonderfully ridiculous, Dave, so I'm looking forward to that.
That'd be awesome. First game I bought on release in ages, which is towards amazing, like Green said.
Yeah, it is a really saucy game.
I love it, despite what people have said, it's huge mixed reviews and stuff. But
it's mostly positive reviews across the board, but some people are saying that it's like, it doesn't do enough new, but I think what it does is amplifies everything amazing about the original and kind of just puts little twists on it. And if they did use it, either like the Yakuza engine or something, to I squeak on the mic.
Oh, that's not good.
Weird, man. That's probably because our phones are so near it. Has it gone now? I'm just wondering if it's our phones. Hopefully that's sorted out. See what Dave says now. But
you should know that you're speaking.
Yeah, if I was just sitting here, if Joe Pasquale was just a guest artist in another room. Hopefully that's sorted out. I'm assuming that's gone now, hopefully. Lisa is brilliant. Finished it early now, playing on Mania difficulty. That's full on. Yeah.
I think you can sort out on that.
Oh, sorry, just before we carry on, has the squeak gone? Hopefully. It's keen playing on Mania difficulty. I would do that with like a few other people. But I wouldn't. Like, it's a bit of a shame that there's only 2-player online co-op, not 4-player really.
Yeah.
There must be a reason for that, but I would love it for it to be the other way around. Is this squeak gone? Hopefully it has now. We've shifted our phones away from the PC. No, but it's not that bad. Oh, we'll just plow on. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just you'll just have to put like an earplug in one ear. So we'll crack on. So it's you've done the quiz this time. I think it's 20 questions for the start of for the sort of general knowledge section, a cover art round, a screenshot round, and then you've done another round of something. Which one are you going to keep?
Something special.
We'll keep that secret then. It's fine.
Well, not really, but.
Splather just said it's like a high-pitched whine I've checked and it isn't his wife. I'm trying to think where it could be unless it's the sound of the actual fan itself on the.
But it didn't have an outfit though, did it?
Talk while I close all this down. Just talk about how amazing Streets of Rage is.
So Streets of Rage 4 is amazing, and 1, 2, and 3. Well, the second one I think is the best, isn't it?
Well, actually, I suppose technically now 4 is the best.
Yeah.
But the second one. The third one was a bit dodgy with the music. That really manic techno music.
I think we need to get Streets of Rage 4 on vinyl. I hope it's some way done on vinyl. I know that someone said in a GameStop video that it's on.
Yeah, Lee mentioned that he bought it. Bandcamp for
Bandcamp, okay.
$10. And I know Lee is probably the most keen man I know when it comes to Streets of Rage.
Well.
I'm just trying to close everything down. I think that wine is the fan. So I'm just trying to get everything down so it's not so full on. Right there. So, on with the quiz. I think that's it. Oh, I love this. We're playing Streets of Rage 4 on the PS4, although I've got it on Game Pass as well.
An 8.
Was it second was Lost Greener said second was his favourite, third is too hard for me, and currently grinding. I didn't know you're probably going to unlock Max.
Ah, wow. Okay.
That's good.
Nice.
Right. Okay, let's just kick on because I've been talking about Street Fighter 4 for a very long time. So this is the general knowledge round, and this is question 1. In the original 1987 game Street Fighter, which character do you play as? I don't know which order these questions are in, so hopefully they just feel like a nice...
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Numerical order, right?
Yeah. They get increasingly difficult from here.
Yeah. And the last question is just like a sub-20 question category of all games that rhyme with let's get chilly. So, get something like that.
Okay, so in the original 1987 game Street Fighter, which character do you play as? So, on to question 2. What was the Super Puncher character Vodka Drunkenski renamed as in the Nintendo Home Conversion?
Yeah, because of the Nintendo had that kind of sort of family lock thing, didn't they? They couldn't have anything saucy.
Yeah.
So,
It's a hard way to say as well, Vodka Drunkenski.
yeah, is it Drunkensky or Drunkensky? I'd probably say...
Drunkensky?
I don't know. I'm not going to do a Russian accent, just kind of see how it naturally falls. Oh yeah, George Adams, just put the answers down at the bit. Don't put them in the chat, because obviously it's everyone sees them then.
Yeah. So what was the Super Puncher's character, Vodka Drunkenski or Drunkensky, however you want to take it, renamed as in the Nintendo Home Conversion?
And if you find that's a bit of a tough question, a tiny tip would be to bear in mind that Nintendo kind of family friendly, what they would do to kind of make that name less abrasive and alcoholic. Question 3. Demon World Village is the English translation of which classic Capcom game? And not like what it was called in different regions, but the literal translation from the language.
Yeah. It's a good one, that is. Good question.
Oh.
I didn't actually know this one.
There's a lot of like ridiculous Japanese translations from games that are just called, like where they're just in a literal translation. It's completely bonkers. There's one where it's like happy, jump, rainbow
happy,
trampoline.
joy.
It's ridiculous, yeah. It's just, they just didn't care.
So crazy.
Slather just said Ian Jenkins. And so, I think that's the character who played Street Fighter. Ian Trevor Jenkins.
The record player.
Ian Jenkins.
Question 4. The Dizzy games were created by which duo? Which duo were the Dizzy games created by?
We've met these people, and it really tickled me because when we met them, I was kind of like weirdly starstruck. And it reminds me of when, like the amount of times we've walked past like celebrities in Cardiff and you're completely blasé, but when you saw Jeff Minter in the distance, and you rang up like you were like a screaming fan, going, oh, I don't want to say, can I just like...
I think he was a llama jumper on it.
Oh, I see, he was wearing a llama jumper.
He was the llama. I thought it was really cool, and I should have gone up to him. I bet he was awesome.
I'm guessing he was on his way to a curry house?
Yeah, it was raining, it wasn't the correct thing, yeah.
Of course, he was wearing a thick woolen jumper in the rain, perfect weather. So yeah, the Dizzy games were created by which duo? Black Lace.
I do like a bit of Black Lace.
It's not with the no, that's Black Velvet.
Yeah.
Black Lace, I'm never could not.
Agadoo?
Oh my god, next question. Quick. So, question 5. Where in the blank is Carmen Sandiego? Ooh, I think there should be an either instead of an 8, looking at that. Well, it's too late now. Maybe I'm just double guessing. So, question 5. Where in the blank is Carmen Sandiego?
What do you mean? What?
What? I've just read the question.
Oh, they said it's in the wrong now.
Oh, I didn't know if it was San Diego with an E or an A. I'm looking at it now. But it's a name, isn't it? I'm thinking of like San Diego, the city. Could have just kept that ourselves, not made up for you there.
Where in the what is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, Slather, his guess is Asda. You spelled that wrong because it's clearly Asda, isn't it?
Carmen would be there right now.
No, she's more of a Waitrose girl, isn't she?
Did I say Ocado? That's the same, right?
Oh, Netto.
Marky. Question 6. Nintendo first started out by selling what? What did Nintendo first start out by selling?
The tough one. One of yours. You have a go at me for putting in tough questions. This is
I love Tones in the Days. I was going to put a little picture in the background of all the old school Nintendo logos, and then it was obvious where it would have been on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it had loads of logos. That's a good point.
Yeah, they do advance through time, don't they? I suppose they change it up a little bit to make it a bit more. They're never too different, too dissimilar, but I think, well...
You're telling me, like, in the turn of the century, there wasn't, like, a really high-res 8K Nintendo logo?
No, there wasn't.
Oh. Final one I'm sure on. Question 7. What does SNES stand for? It's a pretty nice standard question. There's a lot of Americans have problems with how British people say SNES or NES because it's not NEZ or whatever, but it's like Specky or some people call it Amiga Niggy, which I don't, but I think it's fine. It's just like a SNES. I find it harder to say SNES than SNES. Not that I claim.
So what does SNES stand for? Next question. Which video game series features places like Vice City, Liberty City, and San Andreas? I love this game.
It's been a long time playing this game series. And it's one of the few ones where I can say I've played and finished every single one. Wow, man. Now that I've said that, is that true?
So which video game series features places like Vice City, Liberty City, and San Andreas?
Good question, that.
Question 9.
So question 9, if I said to you the Umbrella Corporation, what game would I be playing? And it can be any game in the series, which is a bit of a tip. Probably one of the most famous companies in gaming, really, isn't it?
That's a good company.
Oh, Nick says, oh my god, I know one question. I'm sure it was, he's getting easier. I'm sure that she got the Demon World Village question straight off the bat. Simulated nasal exploratory surgery. I'm going to give you a tips, but it's not that.
Question 10. Nuka-Cola is a soft drink in which game series?
And it's one of those ones, whenever you see it in the game, you want to drink it.
Yeah, I'd love to own it.
Yeah.
There must be someone...
So expensive. There'd be some limited edition.
Yeah, and I actually usually go for things like that, because they tend to make pots and stuff. It's individuals on the crazy ones.
Or I see literally just people making stuff.
Yeah,
that's quite cool.
Around,
if I made it, I'd be proud. Pardon?
Nuka-Cola is a soft drink in which video game series? That's question 10.
Oh, George Adams has got 4 guaranteed. Push the glasses up the nose, George, if you've got 4 on the trot.
That's amazing.
I noticed that London City Night's been quiet. He's probably just adjusting his spectacles as he lets them down.
Question 11. Who explains, I'm not going to say this, but I wouldn't know how you say it. So, thank you, Mario, but a princess is in another castle. So who says this?
Yeah. It's a bit of a tough one, that, because it's a bit of a cheeky one, isn't it?
Yeah, I wrote it and I thought, that could be...
There are so many memes about this.
Yeah. So, who explains, thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle?
It's just so that George has just put a little an emoji of just like a nerd with glasses on, which I do enjoy. I do like an emoji. I don't use them, but I do enjoy them.
There's quite a few emoji quizzes flying around at the moment, because of the virus and stuff. People seem to be...
We have got a book of emoji quizzes, and I've literally...
Have we?
Oh no, that's not it. We've got a book of emoji quizzes, and I thought one day, I'll start to look at them. None of them. I got none. I don't. My brain doesn't work like them.
Maybe that's what we have to do one day, is an emoji quiz.
You can do it.
Question 12.
So question 12, what is the last name of the character Adam from the Streets of Rage series? I know we did have a Streets of Rage question last week, but you can't really not have one this week, the Streets of 4 being out.
Yeah. So what is the last name of the character Adam from the Streets of Rage series?
And do the clue, it's not dun, 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 dun. It's not that.
Yeah, he wasn't in the last game, was he?
The third one. He was
in
in the first
one.
one.
In the second one, he was abducted by Mr. X.
Mm-hmm. And then in the third one, was he in the third one? I can't remember.
I don't think he was. I thought he came back for the fourth one.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the third one. Maybe he's on holiday.
I don't know.
If I look back at the Streets of Rage 2 and it says Streets of Rage 3, Adams on holiday by the
Maybe
way.
he's in quarantine. Question 18. In the 1991 game Chuck Rock, what is Chuck's main form of attack? I did like this game.
Yeah, it's really good. I wish I had the wobble on the table. We put it on like the only wobbly bit of floor in this entire flat. We decided to plonk the table on as we did it. Yeah, Chuck Rock was good, and the sequel, Son of Chuck.
So in the 1991 game Chuck Rock, what is Chuck's main form of attack? Do you remember renting this from the video game store? Video store.
Oh, Lost Greeno said he was kidnapped in 2 and he was absent from 3, so they didn't even acknowledge him.
Yeah.
So yeah, push him up.
Nice.
Lee said you can keep the Streets of Rage questions covered as long as you like. Is it getting hot in your living room, Lee? You're like, there's only so long I can go with Streets of Rage.
The Streets of Rage quiz. We'll go to question 14. Which character is it considered unsporting to select in GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64?
Yeah. This is one that will resonate with people in their 30s. There's a certain character that you think, oh, right, if you're going in, yeah, I've seen them pretty good before, those people. The frame rate issues in GoldenEye now when you play it.
Looks like it's sick.
It's on, when an explosion goes off in the jungle level, honestly, you can make a cup of tea by the time the smoke clears.
So which character is it considered unsporting to select in GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64?
Question 15. Complete the title of this 1989 Atari game, Escape from the Planet of the Blank Blank. Escape from the Planet of the Blankety Blank. Escape from the Planet of the Jimmy Talbot. Did he Blankety Blank?
I think probably did.
Yeah.
Talbot did. Louis Savage did.
Oh yes, Mr. Gray says the answer to that question is one of his favourite characters in GoldenEye because it was just really easy to get into people's. Because I'm not going to give it a say actually, so we'll give it away. But, yeah, we'll go back to this in the answers. So complete the title of this 1989 Atari game, Escape from the Planet of the Blank Blank.
Question 16. Lester Knight Shakin is the protagonist of which video game? So Lester Knight Shakin is the protagonist of which video game?
This is a game, by the way, that on the Amiga, I think I spend more time watching the introduction sequence than playing the game because there was nothing cool in it in my entire collection. Apart from possibly the introduction of Stella's.
Yeah.
If you remember that, where it's just like a really cartoony night just riding through a village and oh my god, you know, the dog running after the horse and this takes 15 minutes to move. 2 discs was probably that interesting.
Question 17.
So Fire Pro Wrestling Returns holds the record, the Guinness World Record actually, for the largest roster of playable characters in a fighting game. But how many are there? And if anyone gets this specific number, I will say that they have cheated. Because when I was doing like research for the questions, I know that they have notoriously large rosters, but I look at this and thought, you know that some of those characters are similar.
They could be massive fans of the series.
Yeah, someone out there is like, oh, boom, they just write the number down. Okay. So yeah, Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, how many playable characters are there on the screen? Characters. This is slight typo.
Moving on to question 18. What are V-Bucks? You didn't know this, did you?
No, I know the term V-Bucks, but I didn't know in which game they were used. So yeah, in what game are V-Bucks from, basically?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I had a mate who was obsessed with Fire Pro, and I know how much he has made, but the total is an absolute yes. Yeah. It's a specific one. I just like the thought of like something that people can only have a random idea of.
Yeah.
Well, there's more characters in Streets of Rage 2, the arcade edition, anyway.
Question 19. What colours are the Bolt suits in Fallout? I love Fallout.
It's a good game. Well, they're just good game series. I think I played Fallout 2. No, I've got Fallout I finished. I never play Fallout 2. And then 3 and then obviously on. But yeah, if you've played the game, the colours of them are just burned into your mind.
Yeah. What colours are the Bolt suits in Fallout?
Slab has guessed that V-Bucks are special currency for virgins accepted at Warhammer stores globally. Games Workshop. Question 20. Rainbow Island is the sequel to which game? Good. I like that question. Who is it? Oh no, our friend Vinny is a huge fan of
Rainbow.
what? Lions?
Rainbow Island.
Yeah, isn't that? I can't remember because I might be giving
Yeah,
a
you like
clue.
Rainbow Island.
Yeah, it is that one.
I like other games as well.
The one was made before 1992, obviously.
So that's the end of round 1.
Yeah, that's the end of the general knowledge side of the quiz, and now it's going on to the cover art round. So we'll leap into this. Yeah, I was involved with this. I wasn't involved with the screenshot round, which is quite cool. But so yeah, this is the cover art round.
Yeah, you did for one of these.
So you've got to name this game without the. Obviously, we've taken out the title.
Oh, that's it, the New Zealand story, that's right. New Zealand story.
That's it, that's the one Vinny loves, New Zealand story. He collects like different versions of them.
It's brilliant, I guess. So this is on the Commodore 64.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit of a killer app for the Commodore 64. And I just like the thought of like everyone gathering around when the game was made and saying, "How about on the cover art it's just a man frowning?"
It's quite obvious, right?
Get it down, John. Write it down.
Have you seen enough of the eyes?
Have you drunk in enough of his hazel eyes? Yeah.
Yeah. So the second piece of cover art is this.
Again, on the Amstrad CPC, I played this for easily more than 15 minutes.
So Nintendo number.
Oh, simulator.
What's that?
Never mind. We don't get political on this channel. He actually apologized.
You have to tell me later on.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is amazing. When you play this game, I'm not going to lie to you, Faye, it's easier to go the helicopter than to go the jeep.
Okay. So we've got a jeep, we've got a helicopter.
An explosion.
Nintendo seal of quality.
I've never played a Nintendo version of this game, actually. The seal of quality means it's amazing.
Mm.
What can press with the one, please?
Cheers.
Oh, Grant's son. Hello, Grant. He's always been a long-time supporter of the channel. Always good to hear from Grant. Some great games there.
Classic. This is number 3.
Now this one, I do apologise.
I have no say in this.
I wanted to do this for a while in this quiz, but yeah, this could be one of many of a long-running series, and I just want to see what people write down for this.
Well, those video game collectors and retro game collectors with the Mega Drive out, they can just go and look at it.
Just go out to the shelves and look at it. The thing is, when I was growing up, when I had this game. Because I just assumed it was like some stock footage, but that's probably like some really famous goalkeeper. But because I know nothing about football, I just it could be anyone. It could even be me. It's not me. It's not me. No. No. I've never bent my body at that angle.
So number 4, I'm sure you remember number 3, but number 4, what is this? This is a classic. Probably on every single console as well.
Yeah. It's a fun one as well to just keep replaying. Because although it's short, every time I play this game, I just think about those ants on the 4th level that just look really phallic. Where the stingers have gone the wrong way, and you just think, why are they like that?
And they remind me of Alien Storm as well, the Master System.
Requiem said it's his first keeper. Well, that's pretty good to know. I wouldn't mind knowing his name actually. Just when I look at my collection, I can like, well, there he is.
Intriguing.
Yeah, I just honestly assumed it was a stock image, but then all the other games tend to have someone famous on the front, so it makes sense it is someone there. So I'm assuming everyone's played this. And there was some. I think they've tried to remake this twice. And my God!
Well, Nick said she played it for ages as a kid on the Amstrad.
Oh, the helicopter and yeah, the Amstrad was a good console. Never played the Spectrum. Oh yeah. Oh no, Grant. So I just saw your question. Don't put the answers in the chat. This goes, if you missed the start of the quiz, obviously join in, write your answers down from now on.
Yeah, we can go back over them later on anyway.
Yeah,
people need certain questions
or you can just watch it afterwards. Like, don't listen to the answers, and then when it goes live after, goes up to YouTube after this, you can just watch from the start again. So, There's a little clue there from one that's sitting nice from this one in the comments. So here we go. And the last question for this round. I had some good times with this game. Some really good times.
It's really quite expensive to get, isn't it? Well, not too pricey, but.
Because this one was that artwork is based on a famous picture, I think. I remember reading, but the game's really good. But I've got a feeling that the AI in it and the design of it now would feel really clunky now. What was quite unique at the time, I think, now would just feel like really cumbersome.
Yeah, looks awesome, doesn't it?
Oh, Lost Screen Up said that those ants from the previous question are creepy. The bear transformation always cracks me up because it looks so cute and non-threatening. Yeah, because it's really like fluffy, isn't it? When I tend to do it, it's like really fluffy and green. One of these greens was like okay. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't feel clunky now. I'll go with that. Even playing it, of course, he's been playing it today.
We'll have to dig out on PS2 and.
But yeah, I haven't played that game literally since it came out, so I just assumed. So it still feels fresh, does it? It's still. Because I can imagine the visuals would be fine, but the gameplay mechanics of whatever you do in that game without giving clues away, I can imagine it dating. But I'm glad to be wrong. So that's the end of that round. That's the end of round 2. So there's 2 rounds left. And the next round is screenshot round, which you are entirely responsible for because I didn't. I think I was sleeping actually. That's why I look so beautiful. Yeah. Here we go.
Round 3.
Now we've all. The thing is, do you want them to say just the title, or do you want the actual specific game?
Just the title's fine.
Title's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to say the specific because they've released quite a few different ones.
They have done a few.
So many amongst so many different.
Yeah, you know that Team 70 they don't flog a dead horse, they flog a dead. See?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is again, I played this most with an Amiga, and oh my god, you actually got a copy of the Amiga, and it's got the worst, like the you know, like with Monkey Island, the piracy detection you had, like literally like a pirate where you had to match up. For this one, it was like a really weird, like I remember like you had to look through like a red filter at some blue paper.
Yeah. Mr. Grady said this one has so many variations it would be hard to get the title.
Yeah, we'll just take a generic title for this one.
That'd be just unfair, wouldn't it? So screenshot number 2, classic.
Yeah,
arcade classic.
Back from way back in 2008. This one.
2018.
2018. Yeah, this is one of the classic arcade games. So
yeah.
I like that.
It speaks for itself.
The screenshot, they've done what everyone does in the arcade. They just like put your high score in. Yeah. I didn't know there must be some people in this chat that when you're in the arcade, you have to you have like a 3-letter. You can put in your name. Mine was always Burr because of my name.
Yeah.
But some people have thought about some really cool ones.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the guy who used to work on Crash Magazine, I forgot his name now, but his was always Jez.
That's quite a funny one.
Yeah, it's one that would stand out in an arcade.
I would end up putting mine as FAA.
Well, you do FA and then you're on board now.
Yeah.
I'm not going away.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or FFA sometimes when.
Double clicking.
This is a stage 1. I love this game.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a tough one, I've got to say, because I know you love this game. You played this quite a lot, but it's not one I was familiar with until we met and you said this is awesome. By the way.
Yeah.
So you can roughly tell the era the game from graphics did.
Yeah.
What are those green things?
What do you collect?
Oh, you collect them, you?
Yeah.
Jerry, remember the name? as I go through the arcades of the country, I'll see GRA in every machine right at the top. There's a guy, we go to an arcade in Bridgewater called Time Warp Arcade. They've got a crazy taxi machine there. I don't look at myself, but and apparently he goes in there every morning before work, sets the high score, goes off to work, comes back in his lunch hour and after work to check if anyone's beaten it, and he'll just like beat them and then nip off again. I don't know if he does it now, but apparently he did it for months. That's
so cool.
His dedication.
That is definitely good. That's the organism in the meter from.
Oh, William Mr. Grace says he bought this game yesterday on GOG.com. Good. Let us know if you like it as much as Faders, because she's hip deep into this. I think there's a sequel.
There's a sequel.
Yeah.
I think I recently bought the fish one.
Right. Question 4. This, Faye, Laura, is a tough one because when you told me the answer to this, I thought I put the wrong screenshot, but then I looked into it and thought, oh no, you haven't. It's just really confusing. So this is a cheeky one. And if you are thinking of second guessing yourself, you're right. But apparently this is absolutely dreadful. It looks alright. It's got that weird, like a meagre sort of like everything's got like a black silhouette around it.
Yeah.
And you know the scrolling isn't smooth. You can tell that by looking at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a tough one. For me, Requiem has just said this is a good game. Well, I hope if he's talking about this and not Pandemonium. I've never actually played this, but the reviews did not look good. But this for me is one of the toughest questions in the quiz, I reckon.
You just said the answer for the last question.
Mm-hmm.
You just said the answer. Because you two chatted.
No, I didn't.
You did. This is the last one of round 3.
Oh, this is a...
Some people just can't be trusted, do they?
It's fine. I'm just trying to bump up the scores.
Ruining the quiz.
The whole quiz. This all gets an unfair kind of...
I think with this screenshot, you need to kind of really look at what's on the screen and really think of what you're looking at.
Is it a screenshot or is it a green shot? Because everything's green.
And it screams what console it's on.
PS3. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, Requiem said Brittany gave the answer, and then Jordan said he had it anyway, so it's fine, everyone's covered.
Yeah, I think look a bit on the colour doodle at the bottom.
It looks like an angry face until it has the side logo.
I think it looks slightly obvious what it is, that's why I put it in, because I thought,
You thought, well, Brooke's going to give the answer to 4, so I'll make 5 of you so people can get at least 2 points. So I'm not sure if the next screen now takes us to the end of this or if it starts the final round.
No. So that is it for round 3.
Boom.
Then round 4 you might want to take a longer look at, because last week we did the guess the zombie from the game. This week I thought it'd be fun to do something a bit different, so we've done guess the brand and company from the logo.
Yeah, so these are fictional brands from various games, and we'll put this up for a couple of minutes because you've got to kind of look at them and guess the game or the game series that each one of these comes from. Much like the zombie round last week. Here we go. Best of luck, everyone. What I'll do is I'll take us off the screen for a minute as well because we're in. Oh, hang on. I'm shifting things around. Sorry. We're trying to take us off the screen there. Here we go. Take us out of the way so you can get a better view of everything.
Still here, don't worry.
We're still here. We're still drinking wine, don't worry.
So yeah, we've got 1 to 8.
Yeah, so I'll just read them through while you're having a goosey because I'm guessing you have to write these down because there's obviously a lot of information on the screen. So 1 is Cluckenbell, 2 Sunset Sarsaparilla, 3 Sprunk, 4 Sarif Industries, 5 is Shinra Inc., 6 Tomato, which for me is the hardest one here, 7 is Shadowloo, and 8 is Aperture Laboratories or Laboratories.
Yes. So what fake brand or company are this one?
I lost it. Scott said my PC is really old, but I know for a fact. Yeah, don't be naughty. Slather, I know you've probably got a really saucy PC. My PC is old. Working PS1 game was good. Tower game was a nightmare. I'm not sure it mattered with any logic when you switch screens. Oh yeah, so when you move screens in the Master of the Previous Round, it doesn't make any like sort of geographical sense.
Oh, okay.
You go to random places. So.
Oh, impressed.
You like that cigarette in that cigarette holder, London City Nights.
I love this as well. I find it really fascinating. I love the different brands and companies in games.
Can I just say one word to give a clue for question 4 because it's what I think of whenever I see Sarif Industries.
Yeah.
And it's Adam. all the time. All the
There's
time
a
you hear
quick
them.
clue. Let us know if you need any clues for any other ones. We're not going to give them.
Yes, Love actually built my PC.
Yeah,
It served me well, but
Got 5 years ago, wasn't it? 6 years ago.
yeah, it was in the old flat.
Mm.
Oh, so was it another 6 the fastest? That's the one I didn't.
Oh, the sprunk one is annoying me, George Evans.
Oh, I like number 6. Who said that? Well, Mr. Gray. I would not have got that. I would not have got that at all. The others, I think I would have. Yeah, yeah, for that one, because Faye did this whole run herself. Oh, Monsieur 1-8. The sprunk one is annoying me. So I'll bring this back into the fold. There you go. That one?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Yeah, so hopefully all did pretty well on that one. And that is the end of the quiz.
Yeah.
So
Let us know as well if you want to look at it again or if you want to look at it a bit longer.
Yeah.
Do you think we're in favor with our question time?
does anyone, granted for some of it, does anyone want any questions gone through again? Because we can always just nip back through them before we do the answers.
I think we should get a little timer as well.
In what respect?
Just 10 questions. You've got like 10 seconds to answer each one or something.
Yeah, but then people could just download Snip, take a picture of it, and then quickly email it to their phone. And
What, in 10 seconds?
You'd be surprised at that in 10 seconds. We've got 9 kids.
So that was the end of the quiz. We'll leave you have a look through your questions and grab the drink.
Wilder Mr. Gray says, I have 5 out of 8, but I'm not sure about 2. What was 2 actually in that last one?
Okay.
Oh no, that's one I think I would have done.
Sunset Sarsaparilla is another one I want to actually try.
Yeah, I don't actually know what sarsaparilla is.
Yeah, you can get like sarsaparilla cola. Not cola, but like it's an American thing.
It'd be cool to try that. So, yeah, no one said they want to go through any questions, so we'll just go whittling into the answers then, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to get to know you've got them on your phone, you said you want to go Gucci.
Okay.
So, no, you're ready. Cool?
Yeah.
Right, then here we go. So these are the answers for round 1. So I'll let Faye go through them because you've got them on your phone, so you can read them out.
Okay, so question 1 was, in the original 1987 game Street Fighter, which character do you play as? And the answer was Ryu. Question 2. What was the Super Punch-Out character, Vodka Drunkenski, named as in the Nintendo home conversion? And the answer was Soda Popinski.
Obviously, vodka, soda. It's quite funny actually, but yes, because of the Nintendo stuff. I'm doing this tonight. So question 3 is... What? Oh, sorry. He was taking a picture of the transition. Demon World Village is the English translation of which classic Capcom game? And that is, when you put Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts, because I think it's like Dakamura or Dakamira, so you get a point for each one of those. I would have written down Ghouls and Ghosts because I'm more familiar with it, to be honest.
Question 4 was, the Dizzy games were created by which duo? And the answer is the Oliver Twins.
Yeah, those. I had a good time. I was beaming like a child the whole time.
Yeah. You wouldn't go up to them, and me you go up to them.
Because I was drunk. I went up to them and I spoke at length. One of them is fuming all the time.
Question 5. Where in the what is Carmen Sandiego, and is where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, not wearing Asda's is she, sorry, Splatter.
She's probably an answer as well.
She's in the truth. Because is.
Question 6. Nintendo first started out by selling what? And the answer is playing cards.
Yes. They also had Love Hotel, didn't they?
Yeah. There's so many different things there. Sure, like a BB gun type thing, and just random, like they went into toys and stuff like that.
And then someone said, "Can we meet Mario and stop messing around?"
Yeah, and they did that back.
Yeah. Question 7. What does SNES stand for on that Super Nintendo Entertainment System? And everyone should have got that.
Yeah, shame on you if you didn't.
Yeah.
And so question 8, which video game series features places like Vice City, Liberty City, and San Andreas? And the answer is Grand Theft Auto. Yeah,
again, that's one I would assume like, the majority of people would get.
Yeah.
So, if I said to you, the Umbrella Corporation, what game would I be playing? And of course, they're the main antagonist, effectively, behind the entire Resident Evil series. Apart from in Resident Evil 5 or 6, when there's like an even bigger company behind them, but at that point, again, just went on and on.
Question 10 was Nuka-Cola is a soft drink in which game series? And the answer is Fallout.
Yeah, that in the game when you it's fun.
And the Nuka-Cola cap. Actually, do you own a Nuka-Cola cap? Do you?
No, I don't mess around. Very nothing but the best.
Question 11. Who explains "Thank you, Mario, but a princess is in another castle"? And the answer is Toadstool. That's the one you thought would be quite difficult.
Yeah, because I remember without playing the game, I remember someone saying it to Mario, but in my head it was like a little lizard holding a wand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said Toadstool.
Or like Bowser, isn't it?
What Bowser? I'd have to show you.
I think I know what you mean, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said Toadstool.
No. I think I would have said Daisy, but Daisy's the one in the earlier games, isn't it? That you're kind of.
Mario's not my
Forte.
My will forte.
Question 12 is what is the last name of the character of the name? Sorry, what is the last name of the character Adam from the Super Raid series? And the answer is Hunter. Adam Hunter. Everyone should be Adam Hunter.
Adam Hunter's a cool name.
Yeah.
Ankle Stone's a cool name. Blaze Fielding's a cool name. What was Max's surname actually in the second game? Von Sydow? It's not like Max von Sydow. Actually, can anyone tell me what Max's surname is from the... Lee will know this. He's probably got a tattoo on his
Steel then, something Steel. Wasn't one of them something Steel?
George the Animal Steel, the wrestler from the 70s?
Okay, so question 13 was in the 1991 game Chuck Rock, what is Chuck's main form of attack? And it is his belly.
Yeah. I'm wondering if some people wrote chucking rocks, but yeah, you kind of do that, but that's more like a puzzle aspect of the game. Yeah. He's got a big beer belly. Yeah. A Wilderness Gray says you put virtual bucks for the Fortnite currency. Yeah, that counts, yeah. V-Bucks, virtual bucks, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mars.
Question 14, which characters are considered as both in selecting GoldenEye on the N64?
Can you, before we give the answer, can you say GoldenEye in the way of Tina Turner?
No.
GoldenEye! There we go.
Yeah, well he said, and the answer is Oddjob.
Yeah, it is Oddjob. Because he kind of hovers below where you're, like, when you move around, where the sort of reticulars, so it's always hard to get headshots.
Question 15. Complete the title of the 1989 Atari game, Escape from the Planet of the what?
Robot Monsters, which is a really, really good game that I would like to see who made it. Magic Miller says, I thought he chucked women people. That can only be called Chuck Birds, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a woman's thrower.
Like, if my name was Chuck Birds, Charles Birds, what a name. So, what are we up here? So the next question, question 15. Less Than Light Shaking is the protagonist in which game, and that is Another World, or if you're American, Out of This World. But that introduction sequence, the game was made by a French developer called Eric Chahi, and if you go on his Twitter profile, you can see, because it's all rotoscoped, where he kind of throws the car and stuff to get the introduction sequence. It's amazing. It's like I said, the introduction sequence is almost better than the game.
I'll check that.
And the next one is in Fire Pro Wrestling Returns 2005. How many playable characters are on the full roster without any that you can create and download as DLC? 327.
Wow.
That is a lot.
Quite specific as well.
No. There's more characters than you can select and find, I'll tell you that.
Question 18 is what are V-Bucks? And the answer is currency in Fortnite.
Again, I think this is why, from like your nephews and stuff, I've heard him say it, but because I've never played the game.
I love that game. And I know a couple of other people I work with as well who really hardcore play that game as well.
Yeah, I don't, the whole Battle Royale thing doesn't tick my boxes, but I think that's just because it's just everywhere. That's why I know that. Put me on.
So question 19, what colours are the vault suits in Fallout?
They're brown.
They're blue and yellow.
Oh.
And question 20, Rainbow Islands is the sequel to which game? And the answer is Bubble Bobble.
So yeah, because it's like, where's Bubble Bobble is a single screen, Rainbow Islands is more of a vertical thing.
So tally up your scores over 20.
Yeah, actually, so how was everyone doing out of 20 so far? Yes, 275. Requiem had 270. They're surprisingly close.
Oh wow.
I would have said like 100 or something, but and Double Mega to 168. So I suppose George Adams is closest.
Pretty nice score, isn't
Can you
it?
give Mark a mark?
Yes.
Oh, really? I was going to say no. But
For what, man?
has anyone else got closer to the Five Pro Wrestling Returns question at 327? If it is George Adams 278 is close with Requiem, so we'll give him a half mark for that. So 12 out of 20, 9 out of 20, 12. It's pretty good scores actually. Yeah. This is all pretty nice. Brian Waterford 9 out of 12. This is pretty tasty. I like this. Okay, so we'll go on to the other screenshot round. This can be where everything changes. So you got the first one is The Last Ninja, which was a seminal Commodore 64 title, like pretty much the killer app for that. And I was watching a Kim Justice video on this, and it is due for some sort of for some remake or rehash. Number 2 with the helicopter and the Jeep itself, and it is a nightmare if you go to the Jeep because you have to kind of deal with not only like 180-degree rotation of the cannon, but also jumping over mines, whereas the helicopter can just treat it like a horizontal scroller. FIFA 95. Did anyone else try any other FIFA game apart from FIFA 95?
That was a tough one.
That was the one I really wanted to...
The fact that all of the ones on the Mega Drive were like the Mega Drive title, and then they all had a white cover, didn't they? EA Sports, and then just some footballers. And
I think FIFA 98 was the one with Road to the World Cup with David Beckham on it, but FIFA 95 is... Did anyone get the right FIFA? Yep, London City Nights. I put Swerve Not Silkworm as the bloody sequel. Oh yeah, that is harsh actually. That is harsh. But we did talk about the Amstrad secrecy. I was tempted to give you a half mark, but Nick and I both said it's the Amstrad, so no.
Number 4 was Altered Beast. Classic.
Yeah. Was that the one I gave the answer for?
No, Pandemonium, that wasn't.
I said Pandemonium.
Just after we did the question.
I'm a stupid man, that's why. Altered Beast, which is a launch title, packing title for some Mega Drives, and Eco, which is the one that London City Night says still holds up, and I'm surprised by it because I imagine it wouldn't.
That's the end of round 2. We all did very well.
FIFA International. That's the first one, isn't it? International Superstar Soccer.
So we're to round 3 now. The first one was Worms.
Yeah, which Worms? Do you know which one it is?
That one there.
That one. Yeah, we don't even know. We just took a screenshot. So it's Worms.
How was it Armageddon?
I would have guessed. Someone said Worms too, but Armageddon is the one I played the most. But yeah, if you've written down Worms, you've got that.
Yeah. So number 2 was Asteroid.
Oh, Nick Wegman said that the Silkworm and Hooters ones on my Amstrad 612 games. I didn't have an SNES. Because it was called, I think it was called Super Swerve because Super Nintendo, and then Mega Swerve on the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Which is one of the games we've lost.
Yeah, it's up somewhere.
It's got to be somewhere.
Someone got it.
So yeah, number 3, which is the one I gave away, Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Barbarian, but not that one. And I think this is by Psygnosis, and this was really badly received. But it was released around the same time as the other Barbarian, where you spin around and cut their heads off. Which is a game that I would like to have, like a Switch or something, just go around and do battles.
Probably have it somewhere. And the 5th one was E.T. back on the Atari. They didn't spend long making that game, did they?
No. It was, what's his name? Howard Scott Warshaw, and he had like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, I think he needed to go ahead of Steven Superbird or something, didn't he? And thumbs up. 3 weeks to do it.
Lee Manuel says that Barbarian is the one-on-one fighter. Yeah, the other Barbarian is the one with Wolf from Gladiators on the cover and Maria Whittaker.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
And I remember that being a really fun game. We used to play again on the Amstrad, obviously, me and Nick all the way. But then the sequel, Barbarian 2, was this really weird. Again, where you walk through rooms and it doesn't make any geographical sense. So it was you walk through rooms and you have no sense of where you are, and it's like really sprawling map. Moonstone, by the way, Splatter, which you just mentioned on the Amiga, is expensive to buy now. It's about 400 quid.
This is round 4 answers.
Oh, I'll move us out the way again when we go through the answers for this.
Yes, hide. So
again, really intrigued to hear how people do on this because this is a tough all round. So you've got, you're around, I'll let you go through this.
Okay, so the first one was Clucking Bell, which sounds quite like something else, but and it's from the Grand Theft Auto game. Number 2 was Fallout and Sunset Sarsaparilla, which I think is a rival to Nuka Cola within the games, isn't it? Sarsaparilla, Nuka Cola.
Yep.
I think in the later Fallout games you can get Nuka Cola with vodka and stuff, and they're called something else, and they got like Quantum Nuka.
Quantum Cola.
Yeah, just all random stuff like that, I guess, with alcohol and things. Just a little bit of a rival. Big one was Grand Theft Auto as well. Obviously it's meant to be Sprite, but it's Sprunk. The 4th one is Deus Ex, Cyrus Industries.
And everyone knows Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Adam! Oh, that man.
You just give a little bit of clue there, didn't you?
And apparently the guy with the voice actor for that is genuinely bonkers in real life, which is always good to know. Oh, Sprunk was annoying, yeah, he did say, new clipping goal with GTA. Yeah, that's right, we threw in 2 from the same games, a little cheeky one, so sorry about that.
So the 5th one was from Final Fantasy VII, Shinra Inc.
Shenmue was the one that I really wouldn't have known. World of Mr. Grave just said that he had 5 out of 8 in this one. The tomato logo, I was obsessed with Shenmue on PC. But,
nice.
But I played that game at the time. I thought it was really pretty, but also really, really sort of grindy and tedious. So I never clicked with it. But I think I played it over my friend Alex's house. So I could never just play it at my own leisure. It was always like, oh, can I check this on? And he used to frown at me as I played.
We need to go back through it, I think, because one thing we haven't gone back through.
You called us crappy songs, that was for that. Which I get into the same.
7th was Shadaloo, Combat Research Institute, and I was in Street Fighter.
You know, that's M. Bison's sort of M. Bison's company effectively behind it. And and then number 8 is Aperture Laboratories, which is Portal. So people have run through this score. Splatter at 25, which is pretty tasty.
That is, oh my god, well done.
I thought 2 was Red Dead Redemption. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's got that kind of Western.
Oh, yeah.
London City.
The classic.
Then I saw the established 1918. So 28. London City Nights with 28. Actually, we didn't work out how many this was out of. It's 20. 25, 30. So out of 38 this quiz. So 20 out of 38. Lee with 26, which is a really strong score. Moving ourselves back into the back. Oh, you've got it. The back and do. So 38. Last screen. I don't believe that you got full marks.
What full marks? Did they?
I don't.
Well, 3 out of 8.
I think you might be being a little bit cheeky. So the highest so far we've got here is 23, and it's London City Nights with 28 at the moment. That is a strong score, 26 from Lee, though. So yeah.
Oh yeah, well done. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a really good score. So hope you enjoyed the quiz. That was really fun, and there's some really strong scores there actually.
Me and Dave got 16. Oh, well done, Nick. Well done, you guys.
Nice. 24. That's still a pretty strong score last for another. That is a strong score. So I think there was much more high scores than last week. So I think we kind of hit the nice balance here.
Yeah, and that's not again like if you want to see more than something else or something we're not doing that you think.
Yeah, London City Nights gave a nice idea last week for a possible round where it was kind of like fighting games with the characters removed, so you just have to kind of guess from the backgrounds, which is a really nice idea. So
the next one.
So yeah, thank you, Will and Mr. Gray, for joining. Yeah, it's been really good fun actually tonight, and I think I kind of wish I didn't give away one of the answers, but you know.
Yeah, well, we're not all some of us are losers, aren't we?
I guess I should just drink milky tea, but.
In fact, you said straight after one question as well. Oh yeah, pandemonium. What? Jeopardising my round. That's where it was.
So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and let us know if you want to any ideas for rounds or.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, just send us an
email. And let us know as well if it's been playing on my mind. If the sound still a bit funny because.
Yeah, I'm assuming the whining issue earlier on was you. No, it was fan because we had a lot of applications in the background, so I think that would have settled down.
Yeah.
So much love from Cardiff. Hope everyone's staying safe from the lockdown. London City has just pointed out that he's won the quiz like multiple times, but he's giving me a serious wrath in the PS3, which is I would think all quizzes should work. Imagine how many things that what was his name? Les Dawson would have had from Blankety Blank if like they give him the prizes at the end.
Well, maybe we can send you a sticker or something.
You can send him a sticker if you want. I'm having a serious rant. I'm not even paying postage. How about name the tuner with music from game?
Yeah, we did. This crossed our mind actually, didn't it? But I don't know how we play with.
We wanted to do a music round, but I think what we initially were worried about, the first couple of times we did the quiz, we had problems with connection, but now since we've moved in the living room near the roof here, it's fine. So I think that could be a nice idea for next time, so we could throw in a music round. That could be really cool.
10 questions.
All from Streets of Rage 2.
You'll be happy.
So so thank you, Mr. Gray. Yeah, thank you for joining us, and we're going to do this every Friday.
Choose from one that can attack.
Well,
one that can attack.
Cardiff.
I was going to say Cardiff, but I'm Cardiff, but I used to be in one that can attack. So I was going to say one that can attack the end, but came out as Cardiff. Cheers.
So yeah, cheers to everyone. Hope you have an awesome night, and I hope it's not banging down with rain like it is here.
But at least we're all indoors, hey?
Yeah, that's true. So send us we'll do a music round next time, and send us any ideas you have for any funky rounds or ideas. So much love from Cardiff, and we'll see you next Friday at 8.
Yeah. So I'll see you then.
Bye bye.